The 2023 rookie class has already been amazing so far, with players like Puka Nacua, CJ Stroud, Jalen Carter, Devin Witherspoon, and many others already looking like some of the best players at their positions. So today, we are going to see how good this team can become with all these players thrown onto the same team. And we are going to see if we can get all of these players a Super Bowl win. And if you enjoyed today's video, be sure to drop a like, because if we can get to 1,500 likes, which I know we can hit, I have a rebuild plan that's similar to this, but I don't know what I can say without completely giving it away. So very similar rebuild to this, but I don't know what I can say without completely giving it away. Just if you enjoy this, be sure to drop a like. It'll help me know y'all enjoy it. And be sure to subscribe for more Madden rebuilds, because that is literally all I do. We're getting closer and closer to 50K, so if you know anyone that likes Madden rebuilds or franchise, be sure to share the channel with them, and be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. And no shout out for this one, but let me know any fun rebuild ideas y'all have down below, because if I use your suggestion, I'll give you a shout out if you care about that, and it just helps me know more of what y'all want to see. But without further ado, let's get into this rebuild, if you can call it that. Almost more of an experiment, and I still haven't decided what we are gonna do with our draft picks. If we spend them on players, that would almost defeat the purpose. So instead, I think I might trade them for players if teams happen to develop some of the players from this class. Like, I fully expect to win Offensive and Defensive Rookie of the Year, but if we somehow don't, we will probably trade for the player that does win it, because they would fit on this team. Or just the NFC winner of Offensive and Defensive Rookie of the Year. So I think that's what we're going to do with our picks, and this might be a legit super team by the end of this, with how much this team should develop. So let's get to the midseason point of year one, and we will see how we're doing. It's always funny when we get mentor rookie, but it's a rookie mentoring a rookie, so it's like, I don't know how that makes sense, but Rashee Rice has superstar dev now, so that's pretty cool. Okay, well, we are only 3-4 at the midseason point of year one, but that's fine. This isn't a crazy roster yet, at only an 81 overall. I guess another benefit of this is we stole most teams' rookies, so they won't have, like, anyone, I guess, amazing to develop right off the bat. I don't know how Bijan doesn't have 500 snaps yet, only 377. But what's interesting is we have a breakout QB scenario. I have no idea if we can hit this, because he has to do a lot, throw 1 or fewer interceptions, and have 400 scrimmage yards or 4 total touchdowns. I don't know which one of those is more doable. I don't know if either are doable, but we'll see. So let's probably lose this game. It seems like we always lose games whenever we have a breakout scenario. Just kidding, we win. And we put up 34 points. Is it enough? No. Well, maybe he can get X Factor after the year. Maybe he can win Rookie of the Year or something. We'll see. But let's get to the end of the year. Okay, well, in year one, we actually make the playoffs going 10-7. We unfortunately lost in week 18 to the Bills, but we actually did a lot better than I expected. I didn't even think we would do well at all in year one. 10-7, I definitely didn't expect. But CJ Stroud was very good as a rookie. 3,400 yards, 30 touchdowns, only 6 picks. Not as many yards as I expect, but still good. Bijan Robinson had almost 1,400 yards as a rookie, 4.9 per carry, 11 touchdowns. Wow, almost like it, he's good if you actually use him. Shout out to Arthur Smith. Jahmyr Gibbs had 10 touchdowns, only 2.4 yards per carry. Puka Nacua led the team with 1,200 yards and 11 touchdowns. Not much outside of him, though. Ooh, and Paris Johnson wasn't great, but the rest of the line held up really well, especially Broderick Jones. And Osiris Torrance joins the all-castration team. He allows 0 sacks in a year. But Ivan Pace wins... No, he doesn't. What was I going to say? I was going to say wins Defensive Rookie of the Year. Hopefully. He actually might. 123 tackles for him led the team. Tackles for loss, we had 14 from Kobe Turner, and sacks 8 from Kobe Turner led the team. Okay, he might actually win Defensive Rookie of the Year. But Jalen Carter had 7.5 sacks, only 5.5 for Will Anderson. He wasn't great. Only 3 for Tuli Tuipulotu. But interceptions, we had a ton. 3 for Dan Henley and Joey Porter, and then 2 for Ivan Pace, Devin Witherspoon, Ronnie Hickman, and Christian Gonzalez. Nobody had 1. But let's check out yearly awards. Do we see CJ Stroud up here for MVP? No. Patrick Mahomes wins it. No CJ Stroud, unfortunately. Offensive Player of the Year goes to Jonathan Taylor. Puka Nacua at number 9. So he might win Rookie of the Year. We'll see. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Max Crosby. No Dolphins. And Offensive Rookie of the Year does go to Puka Nacua. And we actually had 2 Titans up here. Will Levis at 8 and Tyjae Spears at number 10. Oh, and I almost missed Demario Douglas up there at number 4. He probably did really well, maybe. And then Ivan Pace does surprisingly win Defensive Rookie of the Year. I thought Kobe Turner did better, low-key. And you know what? I guess this leads me to my question of the day. Let me know in the comments who you think is gonna win Offensive Rookie of the Year and Defensive Rookie of the Year in real life. My guesses are CJ Stroud and Jalen Carter. Those are my 2 guesses. Those aren't exactly who I think they should be, but those are my guesses. So let me know who you think will win those awards in real life. Oh yeah, wait, and let's see who won the NFC Rookie of the Year awards. Dontavian Wicks wins it for the Packers. Lots of receivers up here. And Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Byron Young. Okay, he's always really good in this game, so we might trade for both of those guys depending on how they develop. We'll see. But of course, we are in the playoffs here, and we're going to be going against the Chargers, but we have a weak link scenario. I guess our pass D kind of sucked. So I guess we'll go... What were we good at? I guess forcing turnovers. Maybe we can get that. I don't know. I mean, that's not what we need to do better, but that's what we have the best chance of actually getting. And then we have a first of many scenario here. This should be interesting. I mean, if we can win a playoff game in year 1, I'm going to have a good feeling about the rest of this rebuild. But we will go play it cool. Y'all know me. Again, I don't know how much you can call this a rebuild because we're not really building much, but more of an experiment. But let's simulate this game against the Chargers and we'll see if we can get a win. Okay, we kind of smoke the Chargers 31-17. I kind of thought for sure we were going to lose that game, but we surprisingly come away with a win. But we might not be so lucky in the next game, as we are going to be taking on the 14-3 Kansas City Chiefs, which I don't know how they're good here. I mean, Rashee Rice has been pretty much their only receiver with a pair of hands this year, and we took him. So I don't know who Patrick Mahomes has been throwing to, but it's not Rashee Rice. But we have a recap for the weak link. Did we hit that scenario? I don't think I've ever hit one of these scenarios, so I don't know. Oh, we might have. I mean, I guess we got the win anyway, so it doesn't really matter, but +5 morale, huge. Yay. And we have a recap for the first of many. Give us those sweet, juicy staff points. Thank you very much. But let's simulate this game and let's lose to the Chiefs. Can't wait. Okay, well, our number 5 scoring offense in the league only puts up 5 points. That's never great, but that's fine. Let's get into the offseason and let's see if there are any trades we can work on. That's an interesting Super Bowl. The Seahawks beat the Colts 28-21. I don't know how realistic that is, especially with us taking, you know, like one of their 3 good defensive players in real life. But hey, I won't complain as a Seahawks fan. But Puka Nacua has 3 upgrades here. That doesn't really look like him, but it is what it is. And now he has X Factor, so he could hit a 99 by the end of this rebuild. We'll see. Ivan Pace also gets an upgrade for Defensive Rookie of the Year and Superstar Dev, so that's nice. But let's see if there are any good players we can trade for. Okay, I don't know why the Packers took that, but we're trading them Jaden Reed for Dontavian Wicks, who's just a higher overall. So they're getting their other rookie receiver back, and we're taking their other rookie receiver, which in real life, this would probably be a downgrade. Jaden Reed was really good, but Dontavian Wicks was pretty decent as a rookie too, so I don't know. That's an interesting trade. Ooh, and Byron Young got Superstar Dev. So we get him for a 2nd round pick. I don't know what we're going to do with our first. I guess we'll see if there's anyone else we can trade for, but we might start Byron Young this year. He did pretty well, and we didn't exactly have much pass rush, so we might need him. And we're going to be trading our 1st round pick for JSN because he has Superstar Dev. He'll immediately be our number 3 receiver. I'm surprised there are actual trades we can make. I'm not going to lie. I thought there wouldn't be like any upgrades, but this is a pretty decent one. I mean, we'll have 3 Superstar plus receivers. Not that we pass that much, but when we do, we should be good. Also, we had to take Nick Ballore because they didn't have the cap space, so that freed up enough. So we'll take that. But here's a look at the team heading into year 2. Now up to an 84 overall. I mean, that's what, 4 overall better than the start of last year. Hopefully our O-line can develop. That's the only thing that isn't exactly a great overall here. But I mean, our receiving core is nasty. Like, the rest of this offense is nasty. The defense is also an 84 overall. Not as many dev traits on it. Just what, 4 superstars, but I guess that's better than not having any. I'm surprised Jalen Carter doesn't have superstar. I'll just give it to him. Maybe that's cheating. I don't know. I feel like he deserves it. Also, I traded for a couple new players. Not too many, but I added Jair Brown and DJ Turner. We could start Jair Brown. How old is he? He's 24. And then Ronnie Hickman. Ronnie Hickman also might be 20. Oh no, he's only 22. Never mind. Okay, we'll stick with him. But let's get into year 2. Hopefully we can make the playoffs again, and we'll see how we're doing at the midseason point. Okay, well, we are actually 5-2 here. You know, as I always say, there's usually a, I guess, down year in Madden franchise where your team just massively underperforms, but we're not there yet, apparently. Usually it is year 2, but maybe it just won't happen. I don't know. Hopefully not. We've been getting like a crazy amount of scenarios though. In week 1, we had like 4. I didn't show any of them, but we have a tandem breakout for the offense here. I guess this will probably be like Puka Nacua and Rashee Rice or something. I don't know. Okay, that's exactly what it is. We will go, I never know what's better to go with here. We'll just go praise. Is there a better one to go with? I have no idea. So 2,500 XP for Nacua. I guess I'll see if we hit that. If not, I just won't show it, but we have some re-signings to make here. That's kind of surprising. Bryce Young, I don't know. Are there any starters here? We'll start with that. There's Paris Johnson, who wasn't great last year, but we'll go 4 years, 51 mil. He takes it. Ronnie Hickman, 4 years, 17. That's really cheap, and he takes it. Broderick Jones, another 4-year deal, 4 years, 48 mil. He takes it. Kalijah Cansey, 4 years, 28 mil. I think Dan Henley starts for us, so 5 years, 32 mil. Finally not a 4-year deal. He takes it, though. John Michael Schmitz, 4 years, 23 mil. He takes it. Osiris Torrance, because he joined the all-castration team, let's give him a 5-year deal. This is also insanely cheap. 5 years, 29 mil. He takes it. And I guess Ethan Evans will do 5 years, 10 mil. Another punter might develop better than him, so we could replace him at some point, but we'll see. But I'll see if we hit the breakout. I don't know why I said breakout so weird. I'll see if we hit the breakout, and if we don't, I will just see y'all at the end of the season. Okay, you know what? Actually, before I reveal how we did in year number 2, if you haven't already, be sure to drop a like on the video, of course. You know, it sounds really stupid, but it really does help out the channel. It helps the video, helps more people see it. And again, 1,500 likes and I have something similar to this planned with, you know what? I'll say it's a different group of players, obviously. Well, I guess that's not obvious, but if we hit 1,500 likes, something similar, just with a different set of players. And imagine if everyone that watched this video did it, we would be at like at least 15,000 likes. That would be cool. I know that won't happen, but it would be cool. And I said this in the last video, and a lot of people did it, so if you haven't already, be sure to turn on notifications for the channel. It'll help you see whenever I make a stupid-ass Madden franchise video. It'll make sure you won't miss them, especially because my, you know, upload schedule is a little all over the place sometimes. But anyways, here's how the team is looking at the end of year number 2. We have Puka Nacua playing up to a 97 overall already with X Factor. That's insane. He has 99 short route, 99 medium route, 99 catch in traffic with, you know, the +1 from morale, 99 catching. He looks insane. And we're up to an 87 overall now. But in year number 2, we finish 11-6, making the playoffs again. Now, I kind of thought we would have a little bit better of a record, but we're still good for sure. Let's check out our stats, though. I'm really interested to see this. So CJ Stroud, almost 4,000 yards, 31 touchdowns, 5 picks, really good completion percentage, even better than last year. Bijan Robinson, 1,250 yards, 4.7 per carry, 11 touchdowns. Puka Nacua, 1,400 yards and 14 touchdowns. He should be up there for Offensive Player of the Year. We'll see. JSN was all right, 700 yards, 8 touchdowns, not much outside of him, though. Broderick Jones was a lot worse this year, but Paris Johnson was a lot better, so I guess we'll take that. Ivan Pace once again led the team in tackles with 112, 106 for Henley. TFLs, 18 for Carter, 12 for Turner, 10 for Cansey. And sacks, 8.5 for Will Anderson led the team, but outside of him, literally none. Byron Young had 1 sack in 700 snaps. How many did he have last year? I would guess it's more than 1. He had 7, which isn't, like, insane, but that's a lot better than 1. But for interceptions, Devin Witherspoon led the team with 6. 3 for Henley, 2 for Branch, and then 1 Pace in battle. But let's check out yearly awards. Do we see CJ Stroud up here this year? We do, at number 7. Okay, so he's creeping his way up here. I guess I shouldn't say creeping. He is the Texans quarterback, but he isn't the former Texans quarterback. But MVP goes to Jalen Hurts. Offensive Player of the Year goes to Joe Burrow. That's interesting. Tyler Boyd at number 3 too, but Puka Nacua at number 4. We'll take that. CJ Stroud at 10. Defensive Player of the Year goes to TJ Watt. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Nate Farrell for the Ravens. I guess there's no point in me checking these because we're not going to have anyone here. These are just generated underrated players. But we're slowly getting closer and closer to winning, you know, MVP and Offensive Player of the Year, some massive awards. So hopefully we can next year. But we have our eyes set on a Super Bowl this year. I mean, we're better than the Ravens here. Where does our overall rank in the league? Probably not the best, but maybe close. I would guess the Chiefs probably have an 88, although they might not because we stole Rashee Rice. I feel like that'll kind of mess them up. The Cowboys have an 87. The Chiefs only have an 86, so we are tied for the best roster in the league. So I can't wait to lose this game against the Ravens. But let's simulate it out and we will see what happens. If we lose, it is what it is. We have a few more years, but we do win. 38-35. It was a close one, but we'll take it. We also have an upgrade for JSN. That's huge. I mean, he doesn't get many targets, but it's still good. He's like our second leading receiver. But we're going to be taking on, I guess, the Super Bowl loser from last year in the Indianapolis Colts. They're only an 84 overall, but they do have the same record as us. It looks like they were really good across the board. They had the best run game in the league, and they had a top 5 defense. So this might not be an easy game, but we will see what happens. And we do win 17-13. Oh, I thought that said something else. Okay, the Cincinnati Bengals are who we're going to be taking on next. I saw the 42 passing touchdowns. I thought that said 42 points per game. I don't know why. They had 28, which is very, very good. I thought we were going against like the best offense of all time here. It was definitely really good though. Their defense, not so much. Ranked number 28 in the league. So this is winnable. We will see what happens. So let's simulate it out and let's see if we can move on to the Super Bowl already. And we do. We win 24-21 against the Bengals. We have two pretty big upgrades here. Devin Witherspoon and CJ Stroud. Potentially the defensive and offensive rookie of the year in real life. And let's see, did we hit any dev traits? I don't think we did, surprisingly. Okay, well, Devin Witherspoon got X Factor, but I think that was, I guess now that I think about it, I don't really know who should have gotten a dev trait. Maybe Bijan to X Factor, but But we have a Super Bowl Media Day scenario before we jump in against the Eagles and watch it simulate. But we will go just the beginning. I mean, we have probably a couple years left here. So let's jump in and we will see what happens. We have the better overall team, but does that matter? I don't know. But here we go in the Super Bowl against the Eagles. We're in AT&T Stadium, the Cowboy Stadium, so that's kind of funny. But let's sim this out and we will see if we can get this team of real life rookies a Super Bowl win. The Eagles score first, but we get a field goal. They are up 7-3. We get a touchdown to make it 10-7, but they also get a touchdown. So do we though, and are they going to drive? Okay, they get a field goal. We're tied at 17-17 in the third quarter. We get a touchdown to make it 24-17. They only get a field goal. We need to score again though. Just kidding, maybe we don't, as we win a Super Bowl in only year 2, 24-20 against the Eagles. And now the Eagles have lost 2 Super Bowls in the last 3 years. That sucks to be them. But now I'm kind of wondering how many Super Bowls we can get with this team. I thought it would take us until the last year of this rebuild, but if we already got one, I don't know. But for re-signings, this is where this team could start falling apart. This is where this could actually become a rebuild. I mean, we're gonna need new depth, which is fine. I honestly could re-sign some of these guys though. I don't know if I want to though, because we're gonna need to re-sign our starters probably next year, and that's gonna be expensive. But some of these cheaper guys like Tuipulotu, I guess we can re-sign. Deontay Banks, that's fine. I just don't want to spend too much money here because I know what next year is gonna look like. I say as I'm spending money. Michael Mayer's literally third string. I'm not gonna re-sign him. Okay, and I think we'll let everyone else go. I re-signed a couple, and let's see if there's anyone we can trade for. I know I said I don't want to spend money, and more than likely if we trade for some players, we're gonna have to pay them pretty soon, but I want to do something. What do we even need is the question though. I guess we'll see if there's a good D lineman, and maybe a corner, and maybe a safety. I don't know. We'll see. All right, well, absolutely massive trade here. We're gonna trade Raheem Jarrett in a 3rd round pick for Jordan Addison to be like our 6th, I guess our 6th receiver, maybe 5th, I don't know, but absolutely massive either way. We're gonna trade a 2nd round pick for Brian Brzee. He could even get some decent playing time, we'll see. We're just pretty much adding depth. I guess that's mostly what we've been doing with these trades. Just if we don't really have enough players, we're stealing some from other teams. We are gonna trade a 1st round pick for Trenton Simpson and a 2nd round pick. Again, more depth. But here's a look at the team heading into year 3. We'll see if we can repeat as Super Bowl champions. I mean, there's a chance. Our depth is a little worse now, especially on the O-line, but it's a necessary sacrifice to keep this team up. We also traded for Will Levis. So the Titans, no, why'd I go to the chart? No, I guess this will work. whatever. That's fine. The Titans signed Bryce Young as their new QB, which I don't know why. I thought Will Levis was doing well. Maybe not. I don't know. So we'll see what they can do with Bryce Young. He has superstar dev, so maybe that'll work out. Can't wait for him to win MVP. That's going to be great. Usually he does do better than CJ Stroud in this game, but I didn't want to start him because I think I would get murdered if I did that. I don't think people would be very happy, but usually Bryce Young in this game, at least for me, is better than CJ Stroud. But CJ Stroud's been really good so far, so maybe not. I don't know. I definitely see Bryce Young up there for MVP a lot more than CJ Stroud, especially in like fantasy drafts if he goes to like the 49ers, which aren't even usually a good team in franchise. I don't know. I guess it just depends though. Anyways, let's get to the wait, I never even showed the defense. I'm fucking stupid. Y'all have seen the defense though. It's pretty much, it's literally the same as when I last showed it. Is there a single difference? I signed Dante Stills and Zach Pickens. Huge additions there. But let's get to the midseason point and we will see how we do. This is going to be a short ass video. I'm not signing any free agents. I'm not drafting. This is going to be like a 20-minute video. Oh well. But we are 5-1 at the midseason point. We are now close to a 90 overall team. We're an 89. And actually, our one loss on the season came in week 1 to the Colts. We've been undefeated since then. So, I mean, maybe we can finish at 16-1. Now that I say that, we're going to miss the playoffs, but no, we should finish really good. I'm really trying to jinx us, but there isn't really a position group on this team that's like massively underperforming. I'm going to regret saying that, but other than the pass rush, our pass rush is not great. Ooh, especially so far. But I mean, pass rushers always underperform in this game, at least when I use them. I mean, when I don't use them, players like Myles Garrett will get like 34 sacks, but I don't know, it just depends. But let's see our re-signings. It looks like we have a lot this year. This is probably going to be where things get a little tough. Well, let's start with our best player, almost 99 overall, Puka Nacua. Of course, he isn't interested, so he's going to be really expensive, but 6 years, 201 mil, and he doesn't take it. Shocker. CJ Stroud, we will go 6 years, 280 mil. He takes it. Cool. God, we're gonna have to be really selective here with who we re-sign. We'll re-sign Bijan, 4 years, 44 mil. That's actually really cheap. He takes it. Devin Witherspoon, 6 years, 133 mil. We can also restructure these deals, obviously, so we should have more money at the end of the year, but it's looking kind of tough right now either way. Jalen Carter will go 5 years, 118 mil, and he takes it. Brian Branch will go 6 years, 93 mil, and he takes it. And let's see, I guess we'll re-sign Ivan Pace next, 5 years, 71 mil. He takes it. And I think we'll only be able to do one more for now, at least. Christian Gonzalez, 7 years, 106 mil. We don't have the cap space. Okay, never mind. How about Peter Skoronski, our like only decent well, I guess our best overall lineman, 5 years, 44 mil. He takes it. And now we still have a lot of players to re-sign and very little money. But let's get to the end of the year and we'll see what kind of record we finish with. Oh my God, I was joking. Bruh, we missed the playoffs going 10-7. I called it. I was joking, but I called it. What the fuck? Oh my God, that is so fucked up. We won the next 3 games too. We just went on a 5-game win streak or losing streak after that. We won 1, lost 1, and then won our last game. What a choke job. Should we try a new defensive playbook? I mean, we have the worst pass defense in the league. We have the best run D in the league, but we should be towards the top for both because we have a fucking 91 overall defense. If anything, our run D should be worse. I mean, other than Jalen Carter, we have a pretty small D line. I guess Kobe Turner. Well, no, is Kobe Turner really only 288? Yeah, I guess so. Like, our run D probably shouldn't be amazing, but it should be at least pretty good. But our pass D should be probably the best in the league with the pass rushers and secondary players we have. I love this game. It's great and it always makes sense and it's always realistic. What's a good 3-4 defense? I don't know. Half the time I use a 3-4 defense, they're terrible anyways. Let's try the Steelers. I don't know. No matter what I pick, it's not going to be good. But let's check out our season stats. CJ Stroud, 3,900 yards, 37 touchdowns. He was amazing. Unfortunately, it doesn't matter because we don't even make the playoffs, but Bijan Robinson, 1,500 yards, 5 per carry, 14 touchdowns. Puka Nacua, almost 1,500 yards, 16 touchdowns. JSN, 1 yard away from 800, 7 touchdowns. Paris Johnson was once again pretty bad, but the rest of the line was amazing. king. Ivan Pace, 133 tackles, led the team. TFLs, 18 for Carter, 14 for Byron Young, 12 for Anderson and Turner, and then sacks, 8 for Jalen Carter, 7 for Will Anderson, 6 for Byron Young. I mean, nowhere near the numbers we should have, but that's better than last year. And then interceptions, 3 for Witherspoon, 2 for Branch, and then 1 for a few players. So our numbers don't even look bad. I mean, we were good technically. We were 10-7, but we have the best roster in the league, which resulted in the worst pass defense in the league. So that's a certified EA moment right there. Let's see. Is there a team that's even close? The 49ers are an 80. Okay, yeah. The Eagles are an 87. The Cowboys are an 88. They're actually pretty close, but we are the best roster in the league by 3 overall. So that's cool. The Chiefs have an 86. Yeah. So I don't know why we're not better, but at least we won a Super Bowl already. So I can't complain too much, I guess. God, dude, I always do offline franchises. This is the first time I've done an online one in a while. I always do offline because I'm scared of them corrupting like they do in online ones, where it just like locks the advanced week thing. I can't remember what causes it. I figured it out one time, but the simulations in these are so quick. They're so slow in the offline ones. But in the Super Bowl, the Ravens beat the Buccaneers 35-21. The Ravens are the new, I guess, Panthers and Falcons and Raiders and I guess Bills. Now it seems like they make the Super Bowl every year. I guess, I don't think they have in this one, have they? But usually in my franchises, they make the Super Bowl. I think in the last one I did, they made the Super Bowl every year. So I don't know. At least they're a good team, unlike the Panthers or the Falcons or half the teams that usually make the Super Bowl in this game, but it's still a little repetitive. Who is Antoine Gatson? Is that a real player? No, okay, I was gonna say that's a crazy name. But let's see who else we can re-sign. Actually, I'll restructure all these deals first, and then we'll see what we can do. Ooh, CJ Stroud got X Factor. Oh yeah, I never checked yearly awards. I was too annoyed with the game. Let me see. Maybe that means we got MVP. I don't know. I don't know if he was good enough to win MVP. It's still locked? I thought it unlocks once you get into the off season. Whatever. I guess we won't check. I mean, it'll say on his player card if he won MVP. I doubt it, but maybe he won something. No, he just got it. Okay, that's fine too. Sure, why not? All right, well, I restructured some deals. Let me see what we can do. Shit, I mean, where do I even start? I almost feel like overwhelmed. I've never felt like this about a re-signing period before. I don't know why. We'll start with Will Anderson because he's like the highest overall other than Puka Nacua. Is that even true? I might have just lied. I don't know. But 6 years, 115 mil, and he takes it. Rashee Rice, 4 years, 60 mil. He also takes it. Cool. I guess we'll pick up the 5th year for JSN. Sure. I don't even know if we'll get to that point. Christian Gonzalez I want back, but he's not interested. So I don't know. Sam Laporta, 4 years, 52 mil. He takes it. Joey Porter will offer him, I guess, 4 years, 36 mil. He takes it. So I think we're going to be able to get all of our starters back, but we're going to need entirely new backups. Kobe Turner, we will offer him 4 years, 46 mil. He takes it. I guess we'll offer Christian Gonzalez 7 years, 109 mil, and he takes it. Okay, cool. Did he reject at the midseason, or did I not even offer him a deal? I can't remember. But Keanu Benton, 3 years, 36 mil. He doesn't take it. All right, cool. I think that's the first player to reject us here, at least. Jahmyr Gibbs, do you want to re-sign? 4 years, 22 mil. This is so many deals. Why did they all have to come in the same year? Dalton Kincaid, 4 years, 32 mil. Cool. And now for Puka Nacua, we obviously can't or no, I guess we can. Well, I guess we'll offer him very player-friendly again, but I don't expect him to take it. He doesn't. So let's see. I'll use up as much money as I can. I guess Jordan Battle, 4 years, 17 mil. He takes it. And then, I guess Tank Dell. We can't even afford him, though. About 4 years, 36 mil. He doesn't take it. Okay, well, that's fine. We will just tag Puka Nacua. And now we are 25 mil in the hole. So that's tough. But we got pretty much everyone back somehow. So now let's just get to the start of next year and we'll see if we can trade for anyone. But here's a look at the team heading into what is probably the final year of this rebuild. Again, if you want to call it a rebuild, more of a just, you know, me yapping for half an hour or however long this is going to be. Which, let's be real, that's what my videos are anyways. But no real changes to the team. I mean, I traded for Felix Anudike Uzama, and I think that's almost it. I traded for someone else. Hold on, who did I trade for? I swapped Jack Campbell for Drew Sanders. It doesn't really change much, but it was an overall upgrade. Whatever team signed Drew Sanders just straight up took the trade for some reason. And I traded Dalton Kincaid for Michael Mayer. I think that also just straight up went through. I don't know why. Oh yeah, and I traded for Marvin Mims. I don't remember what I traded. I think it was like a 3rd round pick or something. But yeah, we are a 91 overall team. This draft class has developed very nicely. We'll see if Puka Nacua can get up to a 99. Wasn't he a 97 to start the year last year, or am I crazy? I might be crazy. I'm probably crazy. We could have at least 2 99s by the end of this year with Nacua and Witherspoon. We could even have, 5 players close to a 99 with Bijan Robinson, CJ Stroud, and Jalen Carter, so we'll see. Will Anderson could even be like a 95-ish. This could be a ridiculously high overall team by the end of this year, so let's get to the end of the season, and we will see what our final record is for this rebuild. Okay, well, here we are at the end of year 4. This feels weird. This felt like a weird rebuild. It always feels interesting when I do one that's like different from normal videos that I do. We didn't sign any free agents. We didn't draft anybody. I feel like I did nothing, but we're a 92 overall team, so that's kind of cool. And Puka Nacua is weird here. He had an upgrade just now. I just auto-spent it, and he didn't go up in overall. I guess he's maxed out as a playmaker. It doesn't know how to make him a higher overall playmaker. It's really confusing. It just doesn't know what to upgrade, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of weird. So he is getting upgrade points, but he's maxed out at a 97? I don't know. That's weird. But Bijan is playing up to a 99. Stroud is playing up to a 98. Devin Witherspoon's a 99. Jalen Carter's a 98. Will Anderson's almost a 95 with morale. But yeah, before I reveal how we did, be sure to drop a like on the video if you haven't already. Again, 1,500 likes, and I will do something similar to this. That was the promise. I always forget what I promised by the end of rebuilds. I don't know why. But in year number 4, I tried to press B, and I pressed like RB at the same time, and it just ignored that I pressed the B button. In year number 4, we finished 14-3, and we thankfully made the playoffs, unlike last year. Now, we were 6-0 at the midseason. We were undefeated, so we lost a few games in the second half of the year, so we went, what? Nope, that's not math. 8-3, I guess, which is still really good. But CJ Stroud again had 30 really similar year to last year. Pretty much the same year as last year, just a little better. He's been insane. Bijan, 1,400 yards, 9 touchdowns, 12 for Jahmyr Gibbs. Really good rushing numbers overall. Puka Nacua, this is his worst year so far. 1,100 yards is still really good, but it's not the like almost 1,500 he had last year. 13 touchdowns. Rashee Rice almost 1,000 yards. JSN over 800 yards. The blocking was very good. Ivan Pace led the team with 117 tackles, 15 TFLs from Carter, 13 from Anderson and Turner, and sacks, 11 from Will Anderson led the team, 8.5 from Carter, 8 from Turner, 6.5 for Byron Young. Good sack numbers, finally. And interceptions, 4 from Witherspoon, 2 for Henley and Pace, and then 1 for Christian Gonzalez. I'm running out of breath. I don't know why. MVP goes to Patrick Mahomes. CJ Stroud at number 2. That sucks. That's probably what happened last year, too. Maybe he didn't get second, but he was probably really close. Offensive Player of the Year goes to Isaiah Pacheco. CJ Stroud at number 4. Defensive Player of the Year goes to DeForest Buckner. Will Anderson at 10. Interesting. But let's see who we're going to be taking on in the divisional. Can't wait to lose this game. It's going to be the 11-6 Cincinnati Bengals. Are they the ones who took us out of the playoffs in the first year, or what team was it? I can't remember. But we have a hot opponent scenario. I would argue we're hotter. We're 14-3 to their 11-6. We also have 8 overall on them, but it is what it is. We will go be confident. Y'all know me. I smacked my finger on my desk, so I hope that didn't come through, but it probably did. Like, if I make the slightest tap on my desk, it picks up in the mic. I don't know if you can hear that, but maybe. So I try my absolute hardest to not touch my desk at all, but I fail all the time. But without further ado, let's simulate this game against the Bengals. I don't have a good feeling about this for some reason, but let's see what happens. Okay, we smoke them. Good. 31-7, as we probably should. We have a recap for the hot opponent, though. I never remember what this gives. It gives us like plus 10 something for the next game, or the rest of the season, however long it does it for, if it wants to load. I'm fucking yawning a lot, but plus 10 like everything for the next few games, 2,500 XP. I'm not even tired. I'm just fucking yawning. But we have some upgrades. Anything important? Oh yeah, Will Anderson, Christian, like a decent amount of starters. It's like freezing. Let me scroll. Oh yeah, because we got 2,500 XP. That's why. I'm stupid. I was like, wow, why do we have so many upgrades? Almost like it just told me. But we're going to be taking on the Colts in the conference championship. I think we've swept them throughout this rebuild. Or no, they beat us as our first loss last year. That was the team that beat us, right? I think it was. So we're 1-1, I think. I don't know. I guess it depends on if we've met in the regular season and I just haven't noticed it. But let's see if we can beat beat the Colts again. We deserve to, and we destroy the Colts 42-10. Another upgrade for CJ Stroud. Ivan Pace is gonna hit a 90. JSN also gets an upgrade, and we're gonna be taking on the Arizona Cardinals in the Super Bowl. What a weird matchup. Have the Dolphins and Cardinals ever been good at the same time? I feel like one's shit always, but we literally have 10 overall on them. Will we win this game? Who knows? Do we deserve to? Absolutely. But will we is the question. We have a Super Bowl media day and a cold opponent? They're in the Super Bowl. What do you mean cold opponent? I don't know. You already have one ring. I don't know. It doesn't matter. 10 staff points. Cool. This is the last game. Who cares? But yeah, they're really struggling in the Super Bowl. Massively overperforming. 83 overall team in the Super Bowl. We'll go, I don't think smug response is the best thing to go with. I don't know. I rarely get the cold opponent scenario because usually we are the cold opponent. But let's jump in to the final game of the rebuild and let's see what happens. But here we go in the final Super Bowl, the final game of the rebuild. Again, as I always say, nothing lags my PC like Madden. I don't know why. Probably has something to do with the fact that it's like a 45 gigabyte game file. I'm pretty sure they just overlay a new thing over last year's game every year. I don't even know if they get rid of the old one. I feel like in last year's game, couldn't you sometimes see like Madden 20 franchise? I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like I remember that. Like how the overlay of Madden 20, I feel like you could see in last year's game. I feel like I remember seeing that once. I don't know. Anyways, I'm a fucking yapaholic today. Let's simulate this game out and we will see if we can get a win. No score so far. It looks like the Cardinals score first to make it 7-0. Now 10-0. Does our offense want to do anything? No, it's 13-0 Arizona, a team that is 10 overall worse than us. We finally get a touchdown, but they're driving again to make it 16-14, and that's going to be the final score. I don't care. Get me out of here. We get beat by a team that is 10 overall worse than us. That's realistic. That's cool. I love this game. Put me out of my misery, please. Yeah, that was a real cold opponent, huh? But thank you all so much for watching. This was certainly a video. I hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, be sure to drop a like. 1,500 likes for another one of these with a different set of players. I'll say that. It's not going to be like only undrafted rookies from this year. That would be awful. That would be a 50 overall team and we would not win a game. We might, but I don't know. Anyways, subscribe if you haven't already. If you've made it all the way here, you should subscribe because most of my videos are like this. They're not this stupid, but they're similar. But all right, I'll shut up now. Let me know what I should do next, and I'll see y'all again in the next video. Goodbye.